Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you my go-to makeup look. This is the makeup I have on in every single one of my Instagram photos, and I just really like it. I think it's easy and it goes for basically anything I wear. I hope you guys like this makeup look as much as I do, and if you do, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. So starting with a clean face, the first thing I do is primer. I use Smashbox's Photo Finish, and I use my fingers to apply this all over my face. For foundation, I use Clinique's Beyond Perfecting in shade Linen, and I use the brush that it came with to apply it to my face, not really in a particular pattern, just kind of how I feel like in the moment, just making sure I get those key spots like under my eye and around my nose. Perfect. Using a pre-damped beauty blender, I'm just going to try to evenly rub the foundation into my face. For concealer, I use Tarte's Shape Tape, and I use the brush that it came with and just kind of put it on the spots that I want to try to cover up, and then I'll use my finger and just kind of dab it on because I find that it has the most coverage when I do use my finger compared to a beauty blender. Next, to set my face, I use a banana powder, which I will link below because this is not the original container it comes in, but I pour a little bit into the lid, dab my beauty blender, and then proceed to pat it onto my face. Moving on to eyeshadow, I use the Tarteist Pro palette by Tarte, and I will be using 4 different colors to do my look, and I always start with the shade Classic. Also, I use the same brush for all of my eyeshadow colors, and it is the IT Cosmetics brush. Using the shade Classic as a base for my eyeshadow, I'll just apply it all over my eyelid, anywhere from the top eyelash line to my eyebrow. Next, I'll be adding the shade Bold, and I'll be using it just to kind of darken my eyelid. After that, I'll be getting the shade Edgy, and I'll be applying it to my crease just to kind of darken up my eyes, and I'll also go and apply it to my bottom lash line. The last shade I use is called Earthal, and I just use the shade with my finger, and it's a glittery color, so I apply it to the base of my eyelid just to kind of add some sparkle to my eye. Next, I grabbed this Naked palette that I've had since middle school, and I love it because of the shade Nude Beach. I think it's perfect to add right below my eyebrow and on the inner corners of my eye. For my eyeliner, I like to use a liquid liner, and I have been using this one by Revlon for probably 3 years, and I just find that it's really easy for me to make straight lines with it because of the tip, and I like to kind of do a thin wing, but I always try my best, and to be honest, it looks different every time. I also like to add eyeliner to my waterline, and I have been using this one stick by Maybelline for probably about 3 years as well, and I just have found that it has lasted longer than other brands that I've tried, and I just think that overall it does a pretty good job. Now eyebrows. I use the Anastasia's Dip Brow Gel, I think is what it's called, and I'm shade dark brown, and I use the IT Cosmetics brush to apply it. I do fill in my eyebrows pretty thick, and I always start on the inner side and just kind of work my way out with it. Now for mascara, I have been obsessed with this tube by Covergirl, and I love that it's at a cheaper price, and I think it applies so well for me. I always apply my mascara to the top lash and the bottom lash line. Moving on to highlight, I use the palette by Anastasia. This palette also breaks so easy. My sister has the same palette and it's broken the same way, but I use the lightest color for my nose and my forehead, and then I'll combine the other 3 colors and apply it to above my cheekbone, all using my finger. Next, I use bronzer, and I use the Hoola Benefit bronzer with the brush that it came with, and I apply it to all the spots that you typically add bronzer, and I just kind of make sure that everything gets blended really well because I hate it when my bronzer like sticks out in a bad way. I use a really old blush from Covergirl. I just really like the shade, and I use the Sephora brush to apply it. Finally, I add lipstick, and the lipstick I'm using, it's called Meet Matte Hues, I think. I'm going to link it down below for the full name, as well as everything else I have used in this video, and I really love the color of this lipstick. I think it goes with practically everything I wear, and the texture after I apply it is always really nice. So this concludes my go-to makeup look. Side note, I'm not a makeup artist, and if you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe.